Hey everyone, my name is Darby and I work in the Incubation Engineering Department at Gitlab. Today is August 26th and this is the DevOps for mobile apps demo. I have an issue that I'm going to share here, so I'll share my screen. So this is the demo issue for this week. And so something I've added to the issue that I'll put in all of these here is just a little section on our mission. So this is if anyone has kind of new to these demos and hasn't seen these before, you can get an idea of what we're all about. So DevOps for mobile apps is a single engineering group. And our goal is to improve the experience for developers that are building mobile apps. So there's a link in here to the handbook page, and then I've also linked to the weekly demos issue, which is a place where we post these updates each week, and you can go there and check those out and catch up on old ones and things like that. Cool. So into this week's update. This week I kind of focused on the idea of a mobile review apps. This is something that has come up in a number of conversations with customers and users, and it seems like it would be a really helpful feature for a lot of people. So I started to dig into that, and I read this blog post that Andrew Fontana created a while back, kind of walking through how to set this up with a service called Appetize. Appetize provides a mobile device emulator in the browser, and it's got a very nice, simple to use API. So I took that blog post and started to work up what a prototype CI template might look like for something like this. And so what I did is I started with just a standard build. So I've got an Android app here with just kind of a standard pipeline with the build and the test stages. And in the build stage, we do output an artifact. And so that's where the APK gets created as part of that build step. So then what I worked on was basically building in two more steps as part of the process. This was part of the blog post that Andrew had written as well. He added a step for starting the review app and one for stopping it. And so there's two more steps in here, and one starts that app and actually does the deploy to Appetize, and the other one is a manual step to stop it. So it would actually go and delete that deployment from Appetize. And so you can see that this pipeline here works as well. And then the final link I have here is actually just the MR. And this actually shows the review app. We're leveraging all the functionality that already exists in GitLab to do review apps. So I can click this here and it will pop open a link straight to the app in Appetize. And I click play, it launches the app, and there it is. And now I can see the app that I've just deployed with whatever changes were made as part of that deployment. So that's pretty cool. I thought that was a really nice workflow and very easy to use for folks. So then what I was working on was trying to figure out a way to make this as simple as possible to add into an existing pipeline. And so this is actually the diff view of that merge request. I just took a screenshot and put it in here. And literally the only things that are needed are to add the two stages here. So review start and review stop. And then I've tried to build this up as a include. So the Android mobile review app.gitlabci.yaml file is an include. So you just include that, add those stages, and then you get all that mobile review app functionality. So pretty simple. It works nice in the happy path. There's still some edge cases that I need to work out, but now I'll kind of walk through how it all works. So there's sort of three parts to it. The first is that you need an Appetize API token. So you need an account. They do have a free plan, and you can sign up and set it up and get a token. So that needs to be set up as a variable in the CI variables. So and then the template. So this is the template that's being included here. Is right here, and this basically has these two two stages here, and they set up the configuration for doing the review app, telling it to only work on branches, not on master. So basically, these will only kick off when we're doing a merge request. And then this is the script that gets executed in order to do the deployment. And then it actually produces this review env artifact, which we use to do the destroy step later. Same thing kind of down here. And there's a, we install this gem, and then we do the destroy with the environment variable that gets set here. So that's how that works. And then to make this command line tool work here, this mobile review command, I put together a quick Ruby command line tool, which is in this repo here. I need to come up with a better name, but naming is hard. So this is what we're going with for today. The functionality is pretty straightforward. There's kind of two steps in here: deploy and delete. It sets up some environment settings, and the deploy step here actually leverages Fastlane, which I think I can do this without all those extra dependencies, but that's kind of where I started with this today. So it uses a Fastlane action to actually do the appetize deployment. And then the destroy is actually just a simple HTTP delete request. So that's what happens down here. So that's how that works. So yeah, those things kind of mix those together, and we get this very simple interface to be able to set up a review app on an existing pipeline. So far, I've tested it with the materialistic app, and it works. The weather test app, I tried it out and it didn't work. This is because the APK has a different name than what I was expecting. So we need to make that more configurable. So I'll work on that. Then I haven't tried this with iOS yet at all. That will be kind of the next step in the process. So that is where we're at with the mobile review app stuff today. I have a section in here on other findings. So this is sort of onto a different topic. These are just other things that I found this week that were kind of helpful in this space as well. So the first item here I have listed is Docker Android project on GitHub, which is actually a pretty neat project. They set up a number of Docker images that have different permutations of the Android SDK, JDK, GCP, different versions. And so depending on what your app needs, you can kind of find everything you need sort of pre-built there. This was something previously that I had been looking for to slim down those CI files. This right here is an example of one of them. So this is just the version 30 of the Android SDK without any other dependencies. And so we're able to get everything we need there and not have to do any custom scripts to set up the builds. The second item here, this is the GitLab build cloud for macOS beta released last week. So that was as part of the release last week, and tested it out. It was very easy to set up, and I got it running in this build here where I'm using it to test one of the test apps. Super easy to set up, worked really well. And then I linked to the docs and the VM types and images as well. The third thing that I have listed here is just some other existing appetize deployment tools. These are other ways that I might think about interacting with appetize as part of this CI template. They're a little, like, one of them has not been maintained in a while, and others have kind of more custom interfaces. So it might not be the right thing, but I'm just listing them here for completeness. So that is that section. So coming up next, I want to take another pass at the Ruby CLI, clean that up, and see if we can limit those dependencies. I don't think we need all of the gems that it relies on right now. And then do a little bit more testing with the CI template, handling for edge cases and failure cases, and then eventually move that into like a proper CI template so that it can be included through the template keyword in the CI YAML file. I'm looking for folks that want to test this with their own projects too. So if you've got an Android project and want to try it out, let me know. I can help you get set up on that too. And then lastly, the iOS template. So we'll get that going as well. So that's it for this week. As always, comments on the issue. Let me know if there's anything you'd like more information on or extra details or just, yeah, any other thoughts you have. Thanks.